Hello and good afternoon, and welcome to Cypress Athletic Complex at Phelan Field for the final day of baseball here at SNU, Southern Nazarene University Athletics, bringing you this broadcast between the Crimson Storm baseball team and the Savage Storm of Southeastern Oklahoma State. It is senior day for the Crimson Storm, and we are celebrating the careers of the following seniors: Austin Cooper, Cole Wagner, Reagan Yates, Cody Tolbert, and Yvonne Masonette. Those seniors will be playing their final day of baseball here at Phelan Field, and we are glad to celebrate their careers and wish them happy trails as they go on to life's great endeavors. In the meantime, we do have two baseball games on the docket today. First one is a 9-game inning, and the second game is a 7-inning game. Yesterday, the Savage Storm took control of the Crimson Storm. They won the first game in 7 innings, 18-5. So the Savage Storm looking to have similar success here in day 2 in this doubleheader today. Crimson Storm looking to improve upon it and finish their season very strong, as they only have a few more series left to go, but all of them are on the road. So now we're going to go over the starting lineups first for the Southeastern Oklahoma State Savage Storm, who are 17-21, 12-13 in the GAC. Batting first, the center fielder, number 3, Travis Spinney. Batting second, number 4, the left fielder, Bryce Detheridge. Batting third, number 33, the first baseman, Austin Ferguson. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 15, Brett Akins. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 10, Easton Elliott. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 39, Joseph Serta. Batting seventh, the shortstop, number 7, Jet Swigart. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 26, Harrison Whitworth. And batting ninth, the second baseman, Cade Clay, number 19. On the mound for the Savage Storm is a right-handed pitcher, Greg Hubel. He's throwing a 7.11 ERA. It's 3-3 on the year. In the 8 games he's appeared, he's also started those same 8 games, as he's pitched 44.1 innings. And now the starting lineups for your Crimson Storm. Batting first, the first baseman, number 44, Joe Toilolo. Batting second, the right fielder, number 2, Cole Lee. Batting third, the catcher, number 25, Jake Vernon. Batting fourth, the second baseman, number 19, Austin Cooper. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 3, Cole Wagner. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 4, Shelby Reese. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 21, Reagan Yates. Batting eighth, the third baseman, number 23, Tanner Maskey. And finally, batting ninth, the center fielder, number 22, Christian Dent. Starting pitcher for the Crimson Storm is number 9, the right-handed pitcher, David Gustafson, with a 6.93 ERA, going 4-5 on the year in the 10 games he started. In his experiences, he's thrown 49.1 innings. That'll just about do it for our pregame. Take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have our first pitch between the Savage Storm and the Crimson Storm right here on SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. We are just about ready to get things started. David Gustafson on the mound for the Crimson Storm, right-handed pitcher, pitching 6.93 ERA. He's going to be starting his day against the center fielder, number 3, Travis Spinney. The senior's hitting .327 on the year. 50 hits at 153 at-bats. 15 doubles, 1 triple, 5 home runs, and 30 RBIs on the year for Spinney. First pitch delivered on the inside corner for strike 1. We are off and running here at Thielen Field. Trying to find the exact same spot, instead goes too low. Ball 1 ties up the count. This one is popped up, and it looks like it will stay in play. And it will, and Cole Wagner is going to make the grab. The shortstop coming all the way from his position to make the grab as the ball was carrying back inside the park. Spinney takes an early exit. Next up for the Savage Storm, number 4, the left fielder Bryce Deathridge, batting .302 on the year, 32 hits. David Gustafson finds another strike in that bottom corner of that strike zone. 0 home runs on the year, 9 RBIs. Just a little bit too low for ball 1. Similar start to Spinney's first at bat, going up against Bryce Deathridge. Hit chopped off and just goes foul. One ball, 2 strikes after the foul ball. This one hit and foul. That was going into the wind, even so, the wind and the weather very cool today. High today is 53, and it feels about 45 about right now, with the wind chill blowing from left to right. This one's fouled off as well. Deathridge in a battle now with Gustafson. It is a very cool day, as I was saying. Had a cold front move in last night. This one is hit towards the third baseman, who makes the field and over to Toilolo, out number 2. Tanner Maskey able to field it and deliver to Toilolo for out number 2, and a strong start for the Crimson Storm so far, as Austin Ferguson comes to the plate. Ferguson is a junior, hitting .321 on the year. 137 at-bats. He's got 44 hits, 2 home runs, 20 RBIs. Gustafson delivers another pitch, number 1 strike. This one goes outside for ball 1. If you're a home run hitter for either one of these teams, this is not exactly your best day to hit them, as the wind is, there's a swing and a miss from Ferguson, strike 2. Wind is blowing from left to right, and even so, it's blowing pretty much back into the park ever so slightly. More blowing towards that right field wall. This one's chopped up and foul. Had a bounce on the home plate. It just goes behind everybody. Everything will stay the same. Outside ball 2. Another one outside for ball 3. Full count coming up, 2 outs. This one hit towards left. And he's tracking, just goes foul. Stays inside the park, but not on the right side of the line. Another foul ball. This one hit towards left field, and it's going to drop into no man's land for the first hit of the ball game. Ferguson gets a chop, and it goes straight into the air, but the wind helps it die before it can get over to number 4 about there for the Crimson Storm, Shelby Reese. So before he can get to it, it just drops in no man's land. So there's the first hit of the ball game, and Ferguson is on base. Brings up Brett Akins. Akins is a senior, batting .356 on the year. 135 at-bats. He's got 48 hits, 6 home runs, 26 RBIs. Gustafson delivers another pitch, 1 strike. This one hit into left center, and it's brought down by the center fielder for the Crimson Storm, Christian Dent, and that will end the inning. So 1 hit, no runs, no errors for the Crimson Storm defense, and that will bring us to the top of the order. Toilolo, Lee, Vernon on deck for the Crimson Storm to start the bottom of the first. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. Joe Toilolo coming up to the plate to start off the Crimson Storm's day on offense. First pitch goes high, ball one. Toilolo is a sophomore hitting .316 on the year. 95 at-bats. He's got 30 hits, 2 doubles, 8 RBIs, no home runs yet on the year. So another ball is thrown to him. He's now standing on the good end of a 2-0 count. Swing and a miss puts the first strike on the board for Toilolo. That one on the bottom end ties up the count 2-2. 2 strikes, 2 balls. And a swing and a miss will sink Toilolo. 3 strikes in a row delivered. And bring up number 2, the right fielder, Cole Lee. Freshman's hitting .270. 19 runs, 30 hits, 5 doubles, 13 RBIs. Finds the outside corner for strike 1. On the mound is Greg Hubel for the Savage Storm. And Cole Lee gets a hit on the left baseline. It's going. Gets to this left fielder before he fumbles it for just a minute, but he'll stay at first. Cole Lee with the first hit on the board for the Crimson Storm. With only 1 out on the board. Crimson Storm wearing all white uniforms with crimson letters and crimson numbers, and that is it. Very basic uniforms for the Crimson Storm. The Savage Storm, on the other hand, wearing pinstriped pants with black tops, big, bold white numbers with blue trim. And it will bring up number 25, Jake Vernon. Vernon, the junior, is hitting .221 on the year. He's got 21 hits, 4 doubles, 5 home runs, 17 RBIs. And this one gets away on a wild pitch, and Coley able to get over to second base very easily. So Cole Lee able to get into scoring position. That one on the inside corner, strike 1 for Jake Vernon. This one way too low and outside, ball 2. Another low pitch into the dirt just before number 26, Harrison Whitworth, able to get under it. 3-1 count now. That one finds a strike zone in the outside corner. Full count now for Jake Vernon. 1 out and man on second and Cole Lee. And inside corner strikeout for Hubel. 2 outs now for the Crimson Storm, and it'll bring up one of our seniors for today, number 19, Austin Cooper. Cooper hitting .333 on the year. 45 hits, 2 home runs on the year, 5 doubles, 22 RBIs. Gets a chopper, and this one over the head of the pitcher. Will he be able to make it to first? He will not. Austin Cooper had an opportunity, but couldn't run fast enough That will end the first inning. So both teams go 4 batters into their lineup, and we go to the top of the second inning. For the Savage Storm, Elliott, Serta, and Swigert when we come back. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. Easton Elliott, the right fielder, number 10 for the Savage Storm to start out the top of the second inning. Gustafson throws one way outside, ball 1. Elliott's hitting .286 on the year. 40 hits for him, 9 home runs. As another ball is delivered. This one close to the strike zone, but no cigar. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Another outside, ball 3. Finally finds a strike zone and tries to get back into the count. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Elliott takes a swing at this one and fouls it off into the bleachers. Full count now. Gets a good chop of this one and ends the center field for a base hit. Elliott able to get on the first base, and it's fielded by the center fielder, Christian Dent. I'll bring up Joseph Serta. Serta, the junior, going .310 on the year. 39 hits, 28 RBIs. Winds died down just a tad. Still blowing pretty strong, pretty consistent. Another ball is delivered by Gustafson. This one's hit to Gustafson, trying to go one, and he's going to get the double play. So that play goes 1-4-2 on that play. That one goes below the strike zone. Crimson Storm took a little bit of time to actually react to that one. Gustafson able to pick it off with his glove, and then his defensive men had to react, and they almost missed it. However, they were able to get into position as Gustafson throws another ball. 2 balls, no strikes, going up against next batter for the Savage Storm, Jet Swigert. Swigert's a .298 hitter, 36 hits, 21 RBIs. And that's going to hit Swigert. So Swigert will go to first. I'll bring on number 26 now for the Savage Storm, Harrison Whitworth. He's the catcher, and he is a rather large human being. A lot of muscle on this one. So another ball here for Gustafson. Whitworth's hitting .232 on the year. 16 hits, 3 doubles, 1 triple, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs. This one's chopped over to third base. And the throw is made to first base, and that will end the top of the second inning. We go to the middle of the second. Crimson Storm bringing up their next batch of batters. We'll be right back here on SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. First pitch gets away from the catcher as number 3, Cole Wagner, comes up to the plate. Starts off on the right side of a 1-0 count. This one goes low, ball 2. Wagner is hitting a solid .347 on the year. 43 hits, 10 doubles, 5 home runs, 25 RBIs. He takes a big swing and a miss. Brings up a 2-1 count. Wanted another big swing at that one. This one he gets a piece of and fouls it off behind him. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Gets a piece of this one. Had to lean out for. He gets a piece of it, so he'll stay alive. It goes low, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count now with no outs. This one goes low, and Wagner will trot over to first base. Another walk recorded for Greg Hubel. So Shelby Reese will come up to the plate. 299, just below that 300 mark. 35 hits on the year, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs, 6 doubles, 1 triple. It goes to check on him, and he is safe. Very fast on the draw for Hubel. Caught me off guard somewhat. Finally delivers one to Shelby Reese and finds the strike zone on the inside corner. This one goes a low, and it's a wild pitch, and another easy trot over to second base for the Crimson Storm. It's 2 wild pitches today for Hubel. Trying to lay down the bunt, and it looks like he will put it right where he wants to, and he is safe. And I was mistaken. I thought he was perfectly safe. He's called out at first. I thought his foot touched before the ball got there, so that's on me, ladies and gentlemen. Nevertheless, that'll advance. That's only the first out, though. That'll advance Cole Wagner all the way to third base. He's only 90 feet away from putting the first run on the board for the Crimson Storm, and I really had to disagree with that call there. Reagan Yates comes up to the plate as Hubel throws one away for ball 1. Gets a good swing of that one. Reagan Yates out of the park on Senior Day. Reagan Yates launches one over the right field wall. A 2-run shot for the senior on Senior Day. Brings one home, and I do believe, yeah, that is his first hit of the year, and it is a home run to give SNU the lead in the bottom of the second. So after the big shot by Yates, Tanner Maskey comes up to the plate, a freshman. Swing and a miss for Maskey, put him a 0-1 count. And you couldn't have asked for a better start for Reagan Yates on Senior Days. He launches one. And there's swing and a miss for Maskey, puts him down the count 0-2. And our swing and a miss. 3 balls, 3 strikes. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. So that's 2 outs. And the bottom of the order coming up for the Crimson Storm, number 22, Christian Dent. Junior's hitting 156 on the year. 7 hits at 45 at-bats. He's got 2 RBIs. 1 double. First pitch delivered as a ball. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it off into the net. Strike one. Finds the strike zone on the outside corner. Strike two. 1-2 count now with 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and that will end the inning. We're through 2 now, and the Crimson Storm take a 2-0 lead off Reagan Yates' shot to right field. We'll be right back to SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. Too far inside for David Gustafson for ball one. This time he's going up against the bottom of the order, Cade Clay, the senior, hitting .282 on the year. That one too far on the outside, ball two. Clay is hitting, once again, .282, 29 hits, 6 doubles, 1 home run, 17 RBIs. That one finds a strike zone on the inside. This one's hit towards third base. It's going to be Maskey who's able to throw it to Toilolo. Very easy, routine. And one more out on the board. We go back to the top of the order. It's going to be Travis Spinney. Spinney went 0 for 1 on a flyout. This one hit very well past the... It's going to go past Maskey, but it's going to be Wagner who's able to make the grab. However, it will go down as an infield hit. Wagner was able to jump across and stop the ball before he could cause extra damage. It brings up number 4, Bryce Deathridge. Going to lay down the bunt, foul. Looks like he was going to try and steal. However, Clay is going to back up and excuse me, Spinney is going to back up and stay at first. Ball one, 1 strike, 1 out. Another strike delivered from Gustafson. 1-2 now. Gustafson goes to check over on Spinney. Swing and a miss. And that will go down as a strikeout. Spinney now is 0 for 2 with a fly out and a strikeout. Or excuse me, Deathridge is now done. Brings up Austin Ferguson. He's gone 1 for 1. Got the first hit on the board for the Savage Storm as Deathridge goes back to the dugout. This one too low, ball 1. Another low pitch for ball 2. And there's a runner going. And he is safe at second. 3 balls, no strikes. And the Savage Storm were able to advance 1 to second base. This one goes outside and ball 4. Ferguson is able to go to second base, or first base, excuse me. Men on first and second now, and Gustafson is now going to be going up against number 15 for the Savage Storm, Brett Akins. Akins has gone 0 for 1 so far. He flew out and had his first at-bat, and he left 1 on base. Trying to avoid the stat of 3 left on base for Akins as he's going up against Gustafson again with men on first and second and 2 outs. Right over the plate for strike 1 from Gustafson. This one hit and caught by the shortstop, and that will bring us to the middle of the third. Shortstop play, Cole Wagner able to pick it off in the air. And we are through 2.5. Crimson Storm go to the bottom of the third, up 2-0 on the Savage Storm. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. Joe Toilolo in the top of the order for the Crimson Storm. First pitch delivered as a strike on the outside corner. This one is hit towards right field, and it will go foul, just barely. Toilolo got a real good piece of that one, and goes 0-2. This one fouled off as well. Everything will stay put. This one chopped over to first base and unassisted for the first out of the inning. Joe Toilolo will trot back to the dugout and bring up Cole Lee. Tried to lay down the bunt. He just missed it, it seemed. Strike one. That one goes low. Ball one. Hit well towards left. Foul. One ball, two strikes for Cole Lee, who's gone 1 for 1 today. Gets a good chop at this one. And the second baseman overflips the first baseman. And Cole Lee's going to be able to go all the way to second on a errant throw from the second baseman. It was Cade Clay who had a tough play, and he tried to flip it up with his glove, and it went over the first baseman Ferguson and out of play, so Cole Lee will advance to second on an error. Brings up Jake Vernon. It gets away from him. There's a wild pitch, and it'll go to third. And the next runner is only 90 feet away from adding to this SNU lead that stands at 2-0. So 3 wild pitches today for Hubel. That goes way outside of the strike zone. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out. Too high for ball 3. Swing and a miss for the first strike for Jake Vernon. Gets a piece of it and fouls it off to the right. Full count now for Jake Vernon. This one is fouled off as well. This one hit well past the third baseman on that third base line. That'll bring in Cole Lee for sure. Vernon, how far is he going to be able to go? He's going to go all the way to second baseman. So a double for Jake Vernon, and he drives in a run. Cole Lee able to cross home plate. Score stands at 3-0 for the Crimson Storm with only one out against them, and it brings up Austin Cooper with a man in scoring position. Now goes away from the strike zone, ball one. And a swing and a miss for Austin Cooper. Kind of caught himself, but it was too late. Gets a piece of this one, shoots it to the second baseman. And he's thrown out at first. However, that will advance Vernon to third. So 2 outs now against the Crimson Storm. And a fielder's choice puts Austin Cooper out into the dugout and advances Jake Vernon to third. He'll bring up number 3, Cole Wagner, next. Wagner's gone 0 for 0. I mean, he got on base on a walk, and that is the extent of his numbers for today. First pitch finds the strike zone from Hubel. Fouls this one off behind him. 0-2 the count. This one fouled off as well. Wagner in a duel now with Hubel. Too far outside, ball one. A swing and a miss. And I do believe he's going to be called for a foul there. He got a piece of it with the end of his bat. Kind of heard a little clank on the bat. So everything will stay the same, and Wagner catches a break. And low into the dirt. Ball two. Tied up count now. This one's fouled off and out. This one's into the dirt. Ball three. And away, there's ball four, and now we got men on the corners. As Cole Wagner effectively wins that pitcher's duel. That brings up Shelby Reese. Finds the inside strike zone, strike one. And the gets away from the check at first, and that'll bring in a run. Jake Vernon able to go to home, and Cole Wagner able to go 180 feet all the way to third base. Another error for the Savage Storm will put another Crimson Storm run on the board and put one more 90 feet away. This one fouled off to the right. 0-2 the count. And a swing and a miss. That will end the inning. Crimson Storm add 2 more runs to their lead and double it. 4-0. The Crimson Storm on top of the Savage Storm as we are through 3 innings. We go to the top of the 4th here on SNUathletics.com. So a swing and a miss. We're back at SNUathletics.com. That one goes way outside. Ball, strike 2. Strike 1, ball 1. It goes down to the dirt. Ball 2. Goes way outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike now. No outs. And another one outside. And Easton Elliott able to advance to first base on a walk. So Serta comes back up. Serta went 0 for 1 on a ground out. This one hit into center field and just past the glove of Austin Cooper. Cooper lost his hat there. It just went past his glove into center field. Savage Storm have the best start that they've had all day. And it brings up Swigert. Got hit by a pitch earlier today. Looks like he's laying bunt. Lays it off to the side and foul. Goes just below the strike zone, ball 1. Just above the strike zone this time. Ball 2, 1 out. This one lays down the bunt. It will go fair. And Gustafson tried to pick it up with his bare hand. And he can't quite grab it. The bases are now loaded for the Savage Storm with number 26, the catcher Harrison Whitworth, coming up to play. He's gone 0 for 1 on a ground out, and he left one on base. As it goes away, ball 1. Looks like Coach Robert Lee's going to go talk to Gustafson and his infield. Hopefully Gustafson has got some words of encouragement there from his infield and his coach. And we are ready to play some baseball some more. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs, and the bases are now loaded for the Savage Storm. Crimson Storm trying to get out of the jam. Swing and a miss from Whitworth. Ties at the count, 1 apiece. Another swing and a miss. 1-2 count. Too low for ball 2. And it goes, I'm not even sure where it went to be called a ball, ladies and gentlemen. It looks pretty much like a strike to me, but the umpire and I are seeing things differently today. Nevertheless, brings up a full count. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. There's the first out that Gustafson needed. Bases are still loaded, and it brings up number 19, Cade Clay, and we are at the bottom of the order. We got Spinney coming up after Clay at the very least. Delivers the first strike, 0-1. Curveball puts it at strike 2. Oh, it goes too low, ball 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And out number 2. And it brings up Spinney back up to the plate with 2 outs, and the bases are still loaded. Too high for ball 1. Too far on the outside. Ball 2. And this one goes too high as well, ball 3. That one finds strike zone inside corner. 3-1 count. This one is swung and fouled off to the right. Full count now with 2 outs. This one's popped, and I don't know if this one will stay in play. It will, and it just goes foul. Vernon had to really reach, and he jumped to get it. Vernon's really upset. He wishes he had that one back. This one goes low, and there's ball 4, and that will put the first run on the board for the Savage Storm. Oh, so close for David Gustafson, getting out of the inning without any damage. However, now he's got to recuperate himself and face Bryce Deathridge. That one finds a strike zone to begin with. Bases are still loaded. Score stands at 4-1 in favor of the Crimson Storm. Gets a good swing in that one to Austin Cooper, and that will end the inning on a throw to Toilolo. Crimson Storm get out of the jam with only 1 run against them. Score stands at 4-1. Crimson Storm bring up next as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. It's Reagan Yates back up to plate. Hit a 2-shot home run in his last at-bat. Now he stands at a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this is a swing and a miss over to second baseman. And Reagan Yates is out. So now Reagan Yates has gone 1 for 2, and it brings up number 23, Tanner Maskey. And goes high, ball 1. This one is hit high towards right field. And it's brought down by the right fielder, Easton Elliott. 2 outs now against the Crimson Storm, and it brings up the bottom of the order, Christian Dent. And goes down to the dirt. Ball 1. Finds a strike zone on the outside corner. 1-1 now. This one goes down below the strike zone. 1-2-1. And that one on the outside corner, 2-2. Too high for a full count now coming up for Christian Dent. And this one's swung at by Dent. Where's it going to land? It lands on the glove of the left fielder, Bryce Deathridge. And that'll end the 4th inning. We're halfway through this ball game, and we go to the top of the 5th inning. Savage Storm looking to cut into this Crimson Storm lead a little bit more. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. It's going to be Austin Ferguson. And he gets a good swing and get off foul, just barely past the first base line. 0-1 now for Ferguson. He's gone 1 for 1 and a walk. That one finds the strike zone, and Ferguson had to back away from that one. Brings him an 0-2 count. This one gets away from him. One, two coming up. This one hit well, and Austin Cooper is unable to make the throw. That was a hard-fought play for Austin Cooper, and he almost makes the throw. Maybe if he fielded it cleanly from the start, he would have had him, but it bounced off his forearm, and then he had to recuperate himself to get it. So Ferguson able to get to first base, but just barely. They'll bring up Akins. First one into the strike zone, strike one. And that one on the low inside corner, strike two. Swing and a miss. And that will sink Akins and bring up Easton Elliott. He's gone 1-for-1 with a walk as well. That one on the outside strike zone, strike one. Very similar pitch, brings up another strike, strike two. This one popped up. Will it stay in play? And it will not. Tanner Maskey couldn't gauge it correctly. Everything will stay put. And it got him on the strike. Pushed it right across the plate. Try to retract, but no good. 2 outs now. And it brings up number 39, Joseph Serta, the designated hitter. He's gone 1 for 2. This one hit. Look toward the second baseman, and he tags him out at second, and that will bring us to the middle of the 5th. Crimson Storm hold on to a 4-1 lead. We go to the bottom of the 5th and the top of the order for the Crimson Storm here on SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. Joe Toilolo and the top of the Crimson Storm order on deck. Toilolo picks this one up and fouls it straight out of the park. Toilolo has gone 0 for 2 and a strikeout and a ground out. There's strike 2 on the outside corner. Gets a good shot at that one. And a duplicate performance for Joe Toilolo in his last 2 at-bats. Short chopper to first base, unassisted by the first baseman. Brings up Cole Lee. Now finds a strike zone on the bottom edge. Tried to find the same spot, and he just goes outside. Ball 1. Gets a piece of that one, fouls it right behind him. 1-2 coming up. Another foul coming up here for Cole Lee. Everything will stay put. Chops this one off, and it will be fielded by the second baseman, but not in time for a play to be made. Cole Lee will be able to go to first base on an infield hit. Fielded by Cade Clay, the second baseman, but Clay unable to turn it. Brings up Jake Vernon once again. This one hit towards right field, and it is brought down by the right fielder, Easton Elliott. 2 outs for the Crimson Storm now here in the bottom of the 5th. Brings up Austin Cooper. Too far inside, ball 1. This one goes down in the dirt, and will he be able to turn a play? No, he will not. Cole Lee beats the throw, and he'll go to second base. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. And this one is hit by Austin Cooper off to right field. Backtracking, and it is out of here. Austin Cooper, another senior. 2 seniors get 2 shots, each recording 2 runs. The lead for the Crimson Storm has jumped up to a 6-1 lead. And it is another senior with another 2-run home run in this game one of our double header on senior day here at Field & Field. That one might had a little bit of something to do with the wind, and it carried out of the park. Brings up Cole Wagner. He's got 2 walks on the day. 1 ball, no strikes. Too high, ball 2. That goes low, ball 3. That one finally finds a strike zone. 3-1 coming up. Nice swing and a miss. Brings up a full count, but for Cole Wagner. This one popped up and it'll go foul. This one hit, and it'll go to the shortstop. Will he be able to make the throw? Yes, he will. Swigert makes the throw to Ferguson, and that will end the inning, but not before SNU takes another shot into right field and records 2 more runs. 6-1 the count. SNU on top. When we come back to SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. Swigert gets called for strike 1 against Gustafson. Crimson Storm on top of the Savage Storm by a score of 6-1. Another ball thrown by Gustafson, 1-1 count. Gustafson has thrown 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, and that run was earned. 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. And goes outside, ball 2. Too far inside this time, 3-1. So 4 balls thrown in a row. And it puts Swigert on first. And up to bat is Whitworth. Here's a ball one. Finally gets across the strike zone for another strike. 1-1 now the count. This one goes down in the dirt. Ball two. Gustafson has thrown 94 pitches today, so approaching maybe his limit. We'll see. Chops this one and fouls it off. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss. Strike three for Whitworth, and that will sink him and put him back in the dugout. Gustafson records strikeout number 6. Brings up the second baseman, number 19, Cade Clay, on the bottom of the order. It goes high, ball one. Finds a strike zone on the outside corner. 1-2 count. Excuse me, a 1-1 count, I should say. Chops this one off, and now it'll be a 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Gustafson. That's 2 in a row now. There's out number 2 here in the top of the 6th inning. Now up to the plate, the top of the order, Travis Spinney. He's got 1 for 2. He's got an RBI, a walk, and a fly out, and a stolen base. This one fouled off behind us. Strike one. Finds the strike zone once again on the curve. Strike two. Goes down to the dirt. Ball one. Down to the dirt and goes to check on the runner. 2-2 now the count. 2s across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Takes time, takes a break so he can calculate, gather himself. This one hit into Austin Cooper's breadbasket, and he throws it to first, and that will bring us to the middle of the 6th. Crimson Storm still on top, 6-1. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th right after this. Welcome back to Southern Nazarene University.com, and right there's going to be a leadoff hit for number 4 Shelby Reese to lead off the bottom of the 6th on SNUathletics.com. Shelby Reese gets on first at 1 pitch, and it brings up Reagan Yates. Once again, Reagan Yates got 1 for 2. He's got a ground out and that home run in his first at bat earlier today. Goes down into the dirt and gets away from the catcher, but the catcher's going to throw, and it's going to get away from the second baseman. Shelby Reese is going to record another stolen base. Reagan Yates chops this one up to this first baseman, who unassisted takes it to first and tags out Reagan. Advances Shelby Reese to third base and brings up Tanner Maskey. Gets a good chop of this one into center field. It's going to be a while before Savage Storm gets to that one. Maskey's going to go to second, and he will be safe. He will drive in Shelby Reese. And another run on the board for the Crimson Storm, courtesy of Tanner Maskey. Score stands at 7-1. Crimson Storm on top of the Savage Storm. And we're back to the bottom of the order. Christian Dent now. 1 out for the Crimson Storm. Swing finds the outside edge. Brings up a 1 count. It goes low and finds the strike zone. This one's hit well by Christian Dent. Back towards right field. Back, and it is caught by the right fielder. Tanner Maskey will tag up and go to third. That one was going all the way to the wall, but Elliott was able to bring it down. Brings us back to the top of the order, and Joe Toilolo with a runner 90 feet away from adding another one to the board. And finds the strike zone, strike one. This one hit towards the second baseman, thrown to first, and Joe Toilolo, same story, once again thrown out at first. However, the Crimson Storm record another run. They are on top of the Savage Storm 7-1 now as we go to the top of the seventh here on SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. Hugo Kinabuchi on the mound now for the Crimson Storm as he relieves David Gustafson. He's going to throw the first pitch, going to be a ball, and he's going up against number 4, Bryce Deathridge. That one goes low as well, ball 2. 9 more outs for the Savage Storm in this first game of our doubleheader. Another ball delivered. This one goes high. 3 balls, no strikes for Kinabuchi going up against Deathridge. Finally finds the strike zone. 3-1 now the count. And another pitch delivered, this time on the outside corner. Full count now. And ball 4 is delivered after all that. Deathridge will go to first base. And it'll bring up number 33, Austin Ferguson. This one goes down to the dirt. Ball 1. That one finds a strike zone, strike 1. 1-1 count. This one goes outside, 2-1 now. Ties up the count at 2 apiece. 2-2 now. Outside, 3 full count coming out. This one is hit back towards center field and brought down by Christian Dent, who will keep Deathridge at first. So there's out number 1 for Kenabuchi. And Vernon's going to have a talk with his new pitcher, as number 15, Brett Akins, comes up to the plate. And I am mistaken, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently they called a balk. This one hit. And there's going to be a fielder's choice to first base. And now Austin Ferguson is out, and it'll bring up Brett Akins. Swing and a miss for Akins. Puts him down 0-1 early. That goes too low for another ball. That one finds strike zone 1-2. Now the count. This one hit off foul. Too far away, ball 2. is hit back towards center field, and it drifts towards right field with that wind, and it's brought down for out number 2. However, runner will advance to third base, as Deathridge is now 90 feet away from putting another run on the board for the Savage Storm, but now there's 2 outs against his team. Brings up number 10, Easton Elliott. This one goes too low, below the strike zone, ball 1. It's one hit, and it'll be called foul. Very close, though. Went right over the bag, so very close. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Too high for ball 2. Goes too low, ball 3. Finds the strike zone and brings up a full count. 3-2 now for Elliott going up against Kinabuchi. And there's ball 4. Men on the corners now for the Savage Storm, and it brings up number 39, Joseph Serta. Serta's 1 for 3 today, 2 ground outs, and a fielder's choice. This one hit towards center field, and it's caught for the out. Christian Dent makes a good effort and brings down out number 3. It is now time for the 7th inning stretch here on SNUathletics.com. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com, where Seems Hubel's day is over. Going to a relief pitcher for the Savage Storm, number 35, Dallas Guerrero. First pitch is fouled off by Cole Lee, who will be his first batter faced today. Cole Lee gets a good chop on it. It goes to the first baseman, and he cannot beat him to the plate. Cannot beat him to the bag. There's out number 1 for the Crimson Storm. And it brings up number 25, Jake Vernon, third in the order. Vernon takes a swing and a miss. 0-1 now the count. And this one hits Vernon square in the shoulder. And you can tell that one didn't tickle. So Vernon goes to first base. Brings up Austin Cooper, who has a home run today. This one is fouled off by Cooper. 0-1. And finds the inside bottom corner. 0-2. Gets a good piece of this one. Hits it off towards left field. And if it weren't for the wind, he probably would have gone a little bit more. However, it's brought down by the left fielder, Bryce Deathridge. Vernon stays at first. And it brings up number 3, Cole Wagner. Wagner's gone 0 for 1 today. He has been able to get on base twice, though, due to a walk. There's the runner, and he's not going to be able to hang on to the ball, is number 19, Cade Clay. So Vernon able to steal second. This one hit towards center field. Back at the wall, tracking off the wall, past the glove, and that will bring in a run probably by Vernon. Will he be able to get there? It's going to be close, and it gets past the catcher, and going to be a run for the Crimson Storm, and Wagner's going to get all the way to third. If number 26, Whitworth, hangs on to the ball, that is an out for the Savage Storm, and they get out of the inning with no runs. But the catcher just couldn't quite hang on to it, and Vernon's able to tag that plate, no problem. Wagner now standing 90 feet away. This one's going to get past him, and a wild pitch is going to bring in another run for the Crimson Storm. Crimson Storm now up 9-1 on the Savage Storm. If they have 2 outs, and if somehow they were to get 2 more runs on the board, this game is over. There's 2 outs. I mean, it's a small possibility, but it is within reason to think that possibly that could happen. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs now. That one's fouled off. Strike 1. It's number 4, Shelby Reese now. Shelby Reese has gone 1 for 2. He's got a sacrifice to his name and a ground out and a strikeout. Able to get on base, though. That one goes low. Ball 3. That one goes ball 4, and now Shelby Reese is on first base, and it brings up Reagan Yates. So there's a stolen base again for Shelby Reese. He's in scoring position. Now Reagan Yates, he's at the plate. He's gone 1 for 3, 2 RBIs, home run, 2 ground outs. I mean, there's 2 outs. I mean, Reagan Yates, he's done it already today, a 2-run shot. So if he gets a hold of another one and sends it out of the park, this game's over. This one goes ball 1. Excuse me, ball 2. This one goes low, ball 3. Got some activity in the Savage Storm and Crimson Storm bullpens right now. Be interesting to see when it's going to be number 22 for the Savage Storm. That one goes low and ball 4. Now we got two runners on base on first and second. And now Whitworth's going to go talk to Guerrero. So number 22 for the Savage Storm over there is getting warmed up. That would be Bailey Burks, a freshman right-hander. And I can't quite see who's over there in the Crimson Storm bullpen. It looks like there's 2. Looks like one of them may be Austin Cooper. Austin Cooper and number 29, Jefferson Harris over there, getting their arms stretched up. That goes high, ball 1 against Tanner Maskey, number 23. Once again, just Guerrero cannot find the strike zone. Going into the dirt, ball 3. And here comes the coach for the Savage Storm to go talk to his pitcher. Just struggling to find the strike zone right now. And it looks like everything will stay put, so Guerrero will stay out there. Senior right-handed pitcher. Maskey sitting at a favorable 3-0 count, 2 outs. Finally finds the strike zone. 3-1 now. Gets a good chop of this one, and that is a base hit. Loads up the bases, Tanner Maskey. And Christian Dent up to play now for the Crimson Storm. The bottom of the order The junior, once again, hitting 156 on the year. He's gone 0 for 3 today with a strikeout and 2 flyouts. And I believe we're going to get a pitching change here for the Savage Storm. And it is going to be number 22, Bailey Burks, the freshman right-hander. We're going to give him some time to warm up. We'll be right back here on SNUathletics.com. Welcome back to SNUathletics.com. Ball 1 delivered by Bailey Burks, excuse me. His first pitch delivered to Christian Dent. Bases are loaded with 2 outs for the Crimson Storm. That one's outside. Ball 2. That one's outside, ball 3. That one's ball 4, and that will bring in another run. Crimson Storm, once again, bases are loaded and 1 run away from potentially ending this ball game, and it will be Joe Toilolo in the top of the SNU order. Essentially, the winning run is 90 feet away for the Crimson Storm. That one's outside. Ball 1. It's ball 2. Outside, ball 3. Outside, ball 4. And this game should be over, and it is. Crimson Storm run rule. The Savage Storm in 7 innings that's game over. With 2 outs, the Crimson Storm record 4 runs. They record 4 runs in the 7th inning and go up and beat the Savage Storm in 7 innings by a score of 11-1, run ruled. So that's 2 games in a row where the run rule has been implemented. And this game will be decided by a 7-inning Game 3. This series is tied up at 1 apiece, and we are going to go to... we're going to have a 20-minute, 30-minute intermission, and we will come back with Game 3 between the Savage Storm and the Crimson Storm here on SNUathletics.com. Rubber game coming up very, very soon, and we'll end this part of the live broadcast, and we'll come back in about 20 to 30 minutes with our second ball game here on SNUathletics.com. Don't go anywhere. We'll be